Dear Jesus, thank you for today. Thank you that we are graduating and you brought us this far. We love you, Lord. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Welcome to 8th grade graduation. It has been a good year.
Also, we're very excited to be graduating tonight. Thank you for coming and we hope you enjoy the program.
Academy and the 8th grade class for coming to this graduation this evening. At this time, we're going to go into the parent tribute portion of our program. But before we do, I have to do something that I haven't done in 10 years here, being in the 8th grade homeroom teacher. I have to apologize, and I have to apologize to my class president. I already apologized once to her today, but I want to do it publicly. Her part in the program, the president's address, was mistakenly omitted from the printing of it, and that was 100% my fault. So Mia, I really want you to know again, I'm really, really sorry for that. At this time, each student will come up and read their tribute, and I would ask that as they come up and read that you would stand up while they're reading that, and then they will come and present you with their flower tribute. And you can just save the applause until the very end, when the last student has read their parent tribute. If you don't mind, just save the applause until the very end.
Mom and Dad, thanks for being the best parents ever. Mom, thanks for always encouraging me when I felt badly about my grades. Also, thank you for bringing me back to God when I should. Dad, thanks for always pushing me, even beyond my limit, to get good grades. Also, thank you for waking me up early for the 25-minute drive to school every day. Both of you, thanks for staying up late with me in my big projects and for always reminding me to do my plan. Thanks everybody and all my family.
Mommy, Daddy, since lately, you've been learning about poems in school, I thought I would like to read this poem to you. I love you. Why, you might ask? Well, for obvious reasons. For what you did to help me this year. Love me, encourage me, and yell at me because I sure did need it. Thank you for yelling at me to do my work and for keeping me in check because I really needed that too. I wish I could give you a trophy for being the best parents in the world, but since I can't, I hope this small token of my love and appreciation will suffice. Thank you for being there for me. I love you.
Mom, Dad, thank you for always being with me when I need you guys the most. Mom, thank you for always helping me with my homework and taking the time to be with Taylor and I. Dad, thank you for always encouraging me to do my best even when I felt like giving up. You always told me to keep moving forward, and for that, I thank you. I love you both so much, Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad,
Thanks for all the things that you guys are doing for me. Thanks for all the help, and I love you.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for being examples of love and care to your children. Thank you, Mom, for always being there, like when you would attend my soccer and basketball games. Thank you, Dad, for being an example of hard work and dedication. Thank you, guys, for loving me and helping me when times were tough. I love you guys so much.
Thank you for my home family for supporting me all the time and helping me study. I love you so much, even though sometimes you are so very strict to me. Thanks my parents for giving me life even though they are not here with me. My sisters, thank you to everything for me. I love you. Dear parents, thank you for giving me my life. Thank you for teaching me everything. Thank you for giving me to take care of me. And thank you for guiding me. It's great to be son of you. I love you, so I love you.
Mom, Dad, please stand up. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I can imagine it being hard to see your youngest daughter up here tonight because of finally growing up, but I know you both are also happy because I made it this far. Thank you, Mom, for understanding me, constantly nagging me, and getting on my nerves, but because that certainly teaches me a lesson, doesn't it? Thank you, Dad, for keeping me grounded but also doing what is best for me. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank my sister for being a third parent and practically raising me. Most of all, I would like to thank you all for being my parents, with an exception of my sister, and loving me unconditionally and caring for me. Even when I acted as stubborn as I am, I'll continue to take your advice into consideration, and I will appreciate your help for as long as I live. I love you.
Mami, te amo mucho. Que Dios te bendiga por todo que has hecho por mí y ahora me puedes comprar un teléfono. Jimmy and Leah, my aunt and uncle, thank you for opening your home and hearts to me and and encouraging me to make them my own. Leo, thank you for all that you've done for me and for helping me to become the man I am today. You're one of the strongest people I know here. I definitely want to thank you for making me 3 very good, very delicious meals every day for the past 2 years. I love you very much. Jimmy, thank you for all that you've done and do for me. Thank you for molding me into the young man that I am, and correcting me even when I don't want to be corrected. I thank you for playing catch, basketball, and horse, even when I'm sure that you have plenty to do. Thank you for giving me an example of how to be a great man, and for showing me how to be dedicated and to work hard, even though I'm still working on that. I love you, and I want all of you to know that today would not be possible without each and every one of you.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for what you have done in my academic life. Thank you, Mom, for making me do all those hours of math correction. And Dad, thanks for telling me to get my work done, even when I was yelling and I was staring at the computer screen. Thanks for raising me, making my food, helping me through my times of need, and many more. Thank you for all you do.
Mom and Dad, you guys get me through, and I'm really grateful for that. You also didn't force me into wearing a dress today, and thanks. You taught me how to read and write, and how to take pictures, and keep me backpacking. It's a lot of fun, and you guys are awesome. I love you, and thanks for taking care of me. Mom, thank you for everything you did to help me this year. You made my lunches for me every day despite how tired you were. You're my #1 fan in everything, even if you didn't know what it was I was doing. Thanks for putting up with me in all my mood swings. And even though I don't act like it sometimes, I really appreciate everything you've done for me. Daddy, thank you for staying up with me while I baked until 11 o'clock at night multiple times, for taking me last-minute shopping for school stuff right before the stores closed, for letting me use your computer for homework instead of using mine, and for supporting me in everything I did. Thank you for pushing me to do my best no matter what. I love you guys.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Hines, thank you for bringing me through another tough school year. Thanks for providing me a home and providing me a great education. You helped me with my work, and you were there when I stayed up till midnight. Thanks for being my parents.
I'll be saying this inside my exam.
I would like to thank my parents for helping me through hard times, like when I had a science project that was due the very next day, and you helped me finish it, and surprisingly I got it. Thanks for driving me to school, feeding me, and worrying about me. Thanks for keeping me alive. I love you.
Mommy, Daddy, please you stand up. Hi. Mommy, I want to thank you for everything that you've done for me. Like getting upset with me when I didn't get the grade on the test, but you let the sun better on.
my best friend and the best mom I could ask for. I love you so much, even though I don't say it. Dad, where do I begin? You're the best dad that anyone could ask for. Always finding something funny out of stuff I don't like. And thank you for helping me with my pals of mouth poems I mentioned you gives us. And for helping me write papers late at night. And just for being there for me where I needed you. I love you.
Mom and Dad, thanks for being an awesome parent and for pushing me throughout the whole school year. Thanks for staying up late with me to help me in my homework. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. Thank you so much for everything.
Mom and Dad, thank you for being there for me whenever I need help. I don't know what I would do without you guys. I love you so much. Thanks for being my parents. We might have some ups and downs, but things always work out in the end. Thank you for helping me with my homework when you could. I'm blessed that I have you as my parents. I love you with all my heart and soul. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Mom, thank you so much for homeschooling me throughout those many years. I know it took a lot of sacrifice, but I really appreciate it. Dad, thank you for spending so much time helping me with my homework late at night and for taking time just to play around with me. Thank you both for sending me to a good Christian school where I can learn more about God. And thank you for introducing me to God at a very young age. I will always cherish having every day morning and evening worship. Thank you.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for being great examples and role models. Thank you for the love and care you show me. Thank you, Mom, for taking me to basketball practice and perhaps being the only parent there. Thank you, Dad, for teaching me life lessons like saying, son, no one will ever be as good as Magic Johnson. Just a side note, can I please have my phone back? I know I'm a struggle and you're doing your best. Thank you for the loving care, Mom and Dad.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you so much for being my parents, even if you embarrass me in front of my friends. Mom, thank you for being my best friend and listening to me babble on and on. Thank you for helping me with my homework and for being patient with me and for loving me even when I'm not very lovable. Dad, thank you for spoiling me, loving me, and for helping me become a more responsible young lady. Thank you for being my dad. We've been through so much together, and I'm glad to have you as my parents. Even if I have to share you with boys, but it doesn't matter. We all know that I'm your favorite child.
I would just like to say that last part is lost on the table. Mom and Dad, thank you for helping me with all the projects and other things that I need to do. I know I crammed a lot, but you helped me through it all the time. You have no idea how much you mean to me. Every time I flew to a basketball game or soccer game, you always drove me and watched me all the time. You always cheered me on no matter what I did. Even if I played terrible, or even if I did really good, you always were there for me. I love you both. Thanks for everything.
First, I want to thank my mother and my father. Thank you for everything you did for me. I hope you can be very happy every day. Then, I want to thank my aunt. Thank you for taking care of me as your own child. Also, my grandma, my grandpa, and my cousins. I would not done as well without your help. Thank you.
I would like to start out by thanking all of you for being here. You took me to my drama practices, pageant appearances in the past, and all of my performances. Mom, you clean the house like crazy and buy a lot of clothes. You're also the one who is my manager. You set up all my appearances and find opportunities in which I can perform. Without you, I wouldn't have as much experience on stage as I do now. Dad number one, you like to talk a lot and give a lot of advice. Thanks for playing with me so much when I was younger, even though I don't remember. Also, thanks for taking me to the pool and the water. Dad number two, you're really random and make me laugh with your obsession with dolls. Thanks for helping me with my math homework, and thanks for letting me listen to my own music, even though you prefer classical music. Thank you all for your love and support.
Thank you all for coming out to celebrate this momentous occasion with us. Congratulations, class of 2014. We finally made it. Those of you who know our class know that we are notorious for talking. In fact, our class had to be split in two for an entire year because our noise level was so high. Needless to say, we're well remembered by any teacher we've ever had. Yes, there are the quieter students who find entertainment in listening to our conversations and arguments, and then there are those who can't wait until we all lose our vocal cords. But that's what makes our class our class. We don't alter our personalities or opinions just because a bunch of people may think differently than us. Our teachers can vouch for this after all the debates off topic we've had in class. We are who we are, we think what we think, we do what we do, and that's not going to change. Throughout the next 2 years, we'll be branching out in different directions and stepping out of our comfort zones. We'll no longer have that comfortable group of 25 students that we've known for 9 years, where we can say what's on our minds without a moment's hesitation. We'll be forced to make decisions on our own, and most importantly, stand out. It might sound intimidating, and at times you may be tempted to just sink in, but God made us like this for a reason. Whether you're shy or outgoing, your true self will eventually come out, and all that's left to do is embrace it. Everyone is going to change. That's a given. We get older, and that's what happens. But as you change, you're still the same person. The same person who once wore a size 4 shoe, but now wears a size 12. The same person who once loved pink, but now hates it. And so, as our lives go on and our personalities change, I urge you to always be who you are and dare to stand out. Thank you. Now, he thinks I forgot, but I didn't message it for the attention. It's not only our graduation today, but it's also one of our classmates' birthdays. So our class is going to sing happy birthday to Carlos for turning 14. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carlos. Happy birthday to you.
Helen, Messi, and Neymar all started from the schoolyard and progressed over time. Atholton getting its first soccer team this year was a success.
Both teams fought with heart. The boys came out undefeated, while the girls had trouble in the beginning, but ended strong. So our class gift is money toward our new soccer goals.
Also, we will be donating a new microwave for next year's 8th graders and air fresheners for the science lab. Would Mrs. Chan please come up for this? Thank you, Mrs. Chen, for teaching us grammar and art. Thank you for don't mad at us those we are not using your words.
Thank you for always coming to us and being good in class. Thank you.
Mr. D, please come to the podium. I'd like to thank Mr. D for helping us in math and for being an awesome teacher for 8th grade. Thanks for helping us in class and in study hall.
I'd like to thank Mr. D for preparing us for math and Bible tests and for giving us tons of homework and giving us way too many days to review. Thank you.
You are so quiet, kind, fun, and loving. I am glad to have you as one of my teachers. You make English and reading fun, and you tell us stories about Mr. D, John, Jason, and Brian. You are so patient with us. Our class is known for being loud, as all the teachers know. But you always keep your cool. I don't know how you do it. I wish we could have had you as one of our homework teachers.
Yeah, I wish we could have had you as the only teacher. Although that would have probably meant more Nick A's and more DJs and more jobs written in marker on the board. And more of us copying down the whole vocabulary lesson by hand on paper because we were talking. But you always were somehow able to get some of us dead silent for even 30 minutes. So yeah, thank you for making do with us like if we were quiet for the rest of the class, we get our names off the board. Thank you.
Please come to the podium. Mr. Hyde, thanks for being the 8th grade science teacher for us this year. Your loud and booming voice definitely got our attentions when we weren't paying attention. Sorry that we were talking 24/5.
I said 24/5 because we don't come to school on Saturdays and Sundays, but we would be talking 24/7 if we did. Well, thanks for giving us our vast knowledge of science. You are a good science teacher.
We were there at the beginning of our education at Atholton Adventist Academy. For most of us, you saw us grow up and mature into the students we are today. You saw us Monday through Friday for 36 weeks, except for Sundays and holidays. You helped us do good and bad. You single-handedly made all the men in our class cry. Thank you, Mrs. D, for all you did.
Mr. Tyler, will you please come forward? I am here today to thank Mr. Tyler, known as Mr. T or Coach, to us for being our physical education teacher this year. I am sure I speak for us all when I say that you have been a pretty entertaining coach to, of course, our 8th grade class, but to many other classes as well. Being one of the many students that you have taught for the soccer and basketball team, I could say job well done. I will always remember how involved you were with the classes. Example, the other week when you ended up playing 4 squares with the upper graders during break. You're such a great jokester, Mr. T, but you're also a great teacher.
In the name of the 8th grade class, I would like to thank Mr. V for doing a really good job teaching us social skills this year. I'm sure that all of you were very glad to have you as our teacher. Thanks for all.
Sea hecha tu voluntad, como en el cielo,
their request. After all, I made you right. You're making me right. I made you get up and give speech and presentations. You're making me get up and give a speech. But when it came down to it, the idea of being able to talk to you without being interrupted for 10 minutes was too hard to resist. Now the rest of the audience, I can do without. So bear with me as I imagine that it's just you guys and me hanging out in the English class and having a class discussion with me doing the discussion. This class is well known for being a unique class. Adjectives that I've heard tossed around are loud, energetic, happy, very loud, disorganized, talkative, and did I say loud? You probably won't remember all the things you were taught in class this year. The memories that you carry with you won't involve what nouns are, how to graph, checks and balances of the U.S. government, or which are the noble gases on the periodic table. There will be some shared learning experiences that you recall, but most of all, you will remember the relationships that were formed in 8th grade. Images of rabbits being clubbed, playing with mice, being Mr. D's minions for a day. You will look back on these things. I have my own fond memories of this class. Watching you run after your little buddies as they scamper across the field, laughing as I tried to teach you how to crochet, your enjoyment of a good book to read, afternoon classes when it seemed like half of you wouldn't stop talking and the other half wouldn't wake up, the boys shooting paper into the trash can hoping they wouldn't miss and get a name up on my board, and of course our class therapy session where the girls sat in a circle and shared their feelings, and the boys gathered by the window looking like a mom jump out. I have special memories of individuals in the class as well. The day early on in the school year, when Sammy asked for some advice, and I began to realize that maybe I could make a difference here. Watching Lexi try to teach Kristen to give a presentation with flair, and seeing Kristen, red-faced and all, getting up front and doing it her way. I got to know you through your writing as well. Mikey, whose essays and journals focus on basketball. I didn't realize the piano was added on. Christian, constantly writing about race cars, car racing. Andrew, whose writing always entertained with stories about family outings. Karina, writing a huge variety of stories. I learned to save those for last because I just like to sit back and enjoy whatever story she wrote. I enjoyed seeing the close friendships in the classroom. Mia and Candace, who I privately dubbed the unlike twins. On the other hand, for the first week I kept getting Emerald and Pearl really mixed up, and the fact that they had names that were both like gems didn't help at all. Joshua and Nick S. could always be counted on to ask me how my day was going. Carlos was my classroom monitor. DJ consistently taunted me about the See's chocolate seat at his house, but only brought to me once. Nick A. was my expressive speech giver, expressive reader, and expressive partner. William, my people who learned was passionate about all things football. And Michael, who I saw morning, noon, evening, and sometimes on weekends, earned the title the fourth Wit Boy. Then there were other students I did not see as much. Alan, who finally learned his login for edutyping. Stephen, who was my chess-playing computer student. And Dave, who was the fastest typist and actually finished all 3 units. Now, I had to borrow from Mr. D memories of Henry since I didn't teach him at all, but one thing Mr. D did share was that he told Henry for the 100th time to stop speaking Chinese, only to find out that he was actually speaking rather unclear English. Then there's Kevin, who arrived quite late in the year, but gave such an kids shouldn't own pets, I was quite convinced as well. Those are some of the many things I'll remember about this class. But unfortunately, all those memories are now in the past. It's time you look to the future. The aim that you chose was nothing short of the highest. This shows me that this class has huge plans for your future. Always aim for the highest, whether it be academics, friendships, or sports. But always remember the highest you can hope to achieve is not on this earth, but in heavenly home. The motto you voted as a class was, it isn't the individual, not the army as a whole, but the everlasting teamwork of every single soul. I love this motto for the class because it really shows how far you have come. Yes, you are individuals, but you can see your potential for what you can accomplish if you work together. I've seen it in action as you work together to get me to go off on a tangent to avoid English class. As you leave 8th grade, you will join different teams. Some will join the 9th grade team here. Others will join teams in other schools, even other states. But just remember that whatever team you are on, the only everlasting difference you can make is by working together to save souls for Christ. Now, I don't know if you were keeping track of the students that I named, and if anyone was concerned that I seemed to forget Gary. Well, in true giver style, I apologize for causing you discomfort. I did not forget Gary. Last fall, I had to chase Jared down after school to get him to do his work in my classroom. I was trying to find missing assignments in his backpack when I found a letter he had written. It's in your handwriting. And you all know your handwriting. I think it was for persuasive writing assignment, but you never turned it in. It was addressed to me, so I read it. I kept it and saved it, and here's what it said. Dear Mrs. C, how dare you trick me into doing your bidding? I did not sign up for this, so I have decided to give you this letter so I can get my grades up and complain to you. While you, in parentheses, try but never win, read this. You may think you have won, but the battle has just begun. Tomorrow we shall be the loudest class you can imagine. I must go now. I have to go to the bathroom. Thank you for giving me an A+. Dear Tate. Well, Jared, the fact that you are up there and graduating means that I did indeed win.
Amen.
However, I think you did too. So, congratulations, class of 2014. May God lead each of you from here and bless all your future endeavors.
Who
this is it, 8th grade. You are on the doorstep of the next phase of your life. And I already shared with you this morning, of course, some of my thoughts. I won't go and do that again. But I just want to remind you once more again that the most important thing that you can focus on in your life is the relationship you have with other people. Things will come and go, but it's your relationship with God, it's your relationship with your family, and it's your relationship with your friends that will make the biggest difference in your life. I firmly believe that. Before we go into the presentation of the diplomas, I just need to remind everyone that, I think I need to actually, but I will remind you that we are, of course, in the church. And so one of the challenges of having a graduation service in the church is that it's not the same thing as having it in a gymnasium or an auditorium or outside. And so I would just like to encourage you and remind you of that. And so it's definitely appropriate for applause, but other than that, that's about the best that you can do, I think, for showing your recognition to our graduates. They would appreciate that as well. Anything else would probably be a little bit awkward or make them feel a little bit uncomfortable considering the setting. So I would appreciate that. Nicholas Joseph Ashman. Emerald Solana Austin. Joshua Weretau Verhanu. Kevin Ramos Braun. Travis Michael Brown III. Alan Zai. Zidong Dai. Henry Dan. Samantha Lee Elliott. Carlos Andres Gatan. Michael Myron West Eisinger. Karina Ruth Cadera. Tia Homa Graduati. William Kim. Jared Matthias Kimbrough. Jubwe Candice Na. Christian Schubacher Nali. Pearl Mildred Parker. Andrew Mitchell Remmers. Daryl Rodman Smith II. Kristen Nicole Stoya. Nicholas Tyler Stoya. Stephen Tian. Alexandra Renee Wakefield. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my extreme pleasure to present to you the 8th grade graduating class of 2014.
Several days ago, but we want to acknowledge them here tonight. Some are actually in the graduating class, so if the National Honor Society award winners will come and consider please on stage quickly. Those of you that are in the National Honor Society, and also I think we have 3 or 4 in the audience that are currently members of our society, and if you are here, would you please come up? I know Mabel and Mia and who else is all of them are here. We'd like to get a picture of them all together. To be a member of the National Honor Society is a lot of work. First of all, you have to have good academic standing, and also there's a component of leadership, character, and service involved also in the process of being nominated. So right now, currently, this is the group from our school who are among our National Honor Society winners, and we are so proud of them. group. And I haven't actually been at their meetings and stuff. I know I'm in this group, but see, if I go, then all of a sudden I'm old and I just don't want to be there. But Vivian is my dear, dear friend, and she has something she wants to present tonight.
Good evening, parents and graduates. It's such a pleasure to be here. Graduation is always such a special occasion, and we acknowledge your accomplishments, we celebrate your successes, and we really honor your excellence in your academic work. And you can see that from this class. I was kind of wondering, what am I going to say to this class? Because I had kind of an idea that they were that bright. You ever watched over the busy, the brightness? I think probably the message I want to leave them this evening and the entire class is from a narrative poem by John Greenleaf. It's called In Swing. This poem is about a spelling bee. Before this spells a word, the little girl spells it, she wins and becomes a champion. But she doesn't go home right away. She delays the footsteps because she wants to apologize to the boy. And when he comes outside, she says to him, I'm sorry that I spoke that word. I hate to call it because with those brown eyes, your friend, because you see, I love you. Still married to a gray-haired man, that sweet childish face is yours. Dear girl, the grasses on her grave have 20 years ago. But he lives to learn life's hard school, how few will pass above him, and let death triumphs and his life pass like her in love. Graduates, I know that many of you are going to be like young people in that form. You're going to go above others. I know that. But my prayer to you tonight is that you can be remembered for more than your academic success and financial successes, but you're a little girl at home. You remember because you love and honored and respected your family. God bless every one of you. Now, on behalf of the senior ministry of Atholton, we have 2 awards. Last year, we only awarded one $500 scholarship. This year, we awarded 2 $500 scholarships to graduates. One, I'm going to speak, you're going to pronounce your names.
Michael Eisenberg, you are the recipient of 1, and Lexi Wakefield, you are the recipient of the 2nd award. Both of these young people are active members of the Atholton Adventist Church, and that is one of the criteria for receiving this scholarship. As you know, there's many, many students in this class that are very high if you look in the list of students. But this is a special gift from our church to some of their members that are planning to return here for 9th grade. And so this is a great honor being bestowed upon them tonight.
Thank you so much for allowing us to be part of this family.
And now, 7th graders, please stand. And turn around and face the audience. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the 8th grade class of 2015. Give them a round of applause.
The program was edited after Prince. So Andrew, how about I pray and we won't share the email. Does that work? Okay. Let's bow our heads.
Dear Lord, I want to focus my prayer on dedicating this class and their future to you. We claim the promise that comes from the prophet Jeremiah when he says that I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope. Here's the big word, a future. We claim this promise, Lord, as parents, as church members, as community friends, as people who care deeply for these graduates of the 2014 class. We pray that you will give them a bright future indeed as they focus their relationships and as they focus and hold on to you.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this wonderful class and for the year that you have brought us through. Please help them and all of us as we go into our future. And please help us to keep our eyes on you. And so one day we can meet you all in heaven. Thank you so much. In your name I pray.